everybody, this is Jessica the Book Art Goddess and
Jade Artistic Word Lush.
And we are here to do the top 5 Wednesdays pick. And this pick this week was the
Books
top
that made you cry.
Yes, the top 5 that make you cry. And for me, I'm not a crier, so it was a very short list. But I was able to find 5. So
I found mine really easily.
You can go first.
Okay, I'm going to count backwards from 5. 5 being my least emotional and 1 being my most emotional. And I'm going to do Everything Forbidden, not because it wasn't emotional, but because it was happy crying. So I've got Everything Forbidden by Jess Michaels. This is a romance novel. It's pretty steamy romance novel. But it had a storyline to it, and the storyline I was drawn to the storyline, and the ending was just I was so happy with the way it ended that I cried.
Okay. For me, it's number 5 is The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson, and in no particular order because I was emotional with all of these, but a few of them I really cried because these ones just had me teary-eyed and a little upset because in this book there's a scene that I didn't expect to happen, and when it happened, and this girl had been through so much, and to have that happen to her kind of just, killed me. So, that's why this is number 5. And this is an amazing series.
Fault in Our Stars by John Green is number 4. I was emotionally prepared for something else to happen, so I wasn't prepared to cry, and then the end of it, they just, did a 180 and switched on me, and I think it was more of a shock emotional cry than, because if it ended the way I thought it was going to, I wasn't going to cry because I was prepared for it. But I did cry for this because it was a shock cry.
And I didn't cry, and I don't know if that says something about me or what, but it didn't make me cry. Maybe because I kind of was prepared for it.
She really doesn't like kids. She just likes her own.
No, it was emotional, but I think it was because we were dealing with so much stuff with cancer going on in the family. It just, at that point in time, it just wasn't going to make me cry. So the movie didn't even make me cry.
It reminds me of her mother, and she was...
But anyways. Okay, my number 4 is Champion by Marie Lu, and if you guys have read this series, you know why I cried. The epilogue redeemed it, made me not cry as bad. But it was such an emotional ride. I mean, such an emotional ride. I loved it from beginning to end. And I'm sad that it's over, but yeah. And whenever I need a good cry, I may read it again.
I Got Burned by Ellen Hopkins. This is actually my favorite book I've ever read. But it's also emotional and depressing, and the end is just totally made me distraught, and I've read it 5 times, so I don't know what that means for me, but, yeah, I can't wait to read the second one, but I'm also scared to read the second one, because the ending is just whoa, blow your mind, what the heck just happened, and I'm scared.
Okay, so. And for those of you, this is not going to be a no-brainer for anybody who loved this series, and that is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and it's by J.K. Rowling, as if you don't already know. And we all know why I bawled. I wasn't expecting it. And I read it. We got it at the midnight release party. I read it within that 14-hour, 12-hour period, whatever long it took me. But I did it all in one day. I was tired. I was exhausted. And when that happened, I was just like, what the... I was bawling.
She was in a rocking chair in the sunroom, and it was just instant.
I was like, what's wrong with you? Jane, you don't understand. I'm like, did you talk to somebody? What? No! Okay. I needed therapy after that book. Yes. Bad. It was, devastating for me.
Number 1 and 2 was kind of a toss-up, but you'll find out why the first one was the first one. But, Nicholas Sparks' A Walk to Remember. Oh, this book made me cry.
The movie makes me cry. The book
depressed me. And then the movie depresses me even more. And I feel like I'm slowly to the point to where I'm only 10 minutes into the movie to where that's the only part that I'm not crying because I know it's gonna happen. So I cry throughout the whole movie, and it's ridiculous.
Well, I guess when you need a good cry to vent some emotional issues, you just watch that movie. Okay, this is book. These last 3 books were already a toss-up because Harry Potter and this book and this other one were toss-up. This book right here, a lot of people I know can't stand this series anymore, but it was amazing when it came out. Everybody loved it. It got tons of hype. And, okay, I'm not going to be ashamed for loving this series. I'm just not. I don't really care for the last book in the series, but I've always said that since I read it. But these first 3 were amazing, and that is Stephenie Meyer's Twilight series. And New Moon is the one that made me bawl. And the reason why I bawled, and she was laughing at me because I was so emotional for Jacob. I literally felt my heart just hit the floor. It was just like, you know how you get that funny feeling in your stomach? I actually got that funny feeling in my stomach. I was devastated for him. And it's a book. I'm going, oh my God.
Yeah, we were up north, and we had just finished writing, and all of a sudden you hear, no! And I was like, what? Mom, what's wrong? She goes, she didn't choose him! And I'm like, but I thought you liked Edward. And she goes, I want her with Edward. Why are you so upset? It's just I feel so bad for him. And she's like, I can't do it. She stopped reading it. She put it down. She goes, I gotta read something else. I can't do this.
I had to take a break. Well, it was only for a couple hours. Then I picked it back up. But I had to take a break because I was, like, physically drained from that. It was bad. It was horrible. And that's so sad. so sad.
I thought it was because, her triangle was gone. And that was her problem.
I do love triangles. Don't ask me why. I just do.
This book, Bridge to Terabithia by Catherine Patterson, is number 1. And I have to say, because even though Nicholas Sparks, I cry, everything else is really emotional. This one put me into hysterics.
She couldn't breathe. She was hyperventilating. I'm like, get a bag or something. She's like,
ever since my mom had my sister, I can't watch movies or read books where anything happens to little kids. I die. I read it in 6th grade, and I remember I'm sitting at the little brown table that we have in the center. It was in the living room at the time. I'm sitting there reading it, and I start bawling. And then my sister gets the movie, and I know it's going to happen, and I freak my sister out because we're sitting there, and she's little at the time. And I'm bawling my eyes out, and I can't breathe because I'm crying so bad, and Hayden thinks I'm dying. She's like, Mom! Mom! And she's like, and I'm like, what? And she goes, okay, I'm fine. It was ridiculous. This book, it beats out any book ever. I don't know why. It just,
oh my God.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
It was very funny. Okay, my last book, and this really made me cry, and anybody who's read the series will know why too on this, because, and it shouldn't have been a sad cry, it shouldn't have been anything, but it was, what? I think because this one was an emotional coaster from the beginning of the series to the end of the series. It has just brought all the emotions out in me, and that is Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. The way it ends is lovely, and you gotta love it, and it's great, and it's wonderful, and it's something I've always said, well, you got supernatural beings or whatever, that should happen, but it's still, the fact that it happened made me cry. I was just like, no. But it was great, and I loved it, and yeah, this is definitely a series I will read over and over again just because it's so good.
Before the 6th one came out, she's like, ooh, what's gonna happen? And they give you the tree in the front or in the back or whatever. She's like,
that's not that book.
It's not this one?
No, it's not
it's
that
whatever
book.
Maybe
it is that book. Maybe it is. Hold on a minute. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, it is this book.
She's like, I gotta know. Look at the tree, Jade. Look at the tree. And let me know. I was like, no, Mom, that's cheating. She goes, not if you do it for me.
I'm horrible when it comes to reading books. I'm horrible. I used to read the endings a lot because I am one of those people, if they don't end up together or if a certain thing doesn't happen the way I want it, I'll just put the damn book down and I'll be like, nope, done. Don't want to read it no more. I'll go back eventually and finish it, but it's really funny. I get pissed off and I'm done with it for a while. She knows. I'm like, fuck it. I don't need to read that.
She's yet to finish the Twilight one. She won't do it.
Yeah,
she's like, I saw the movie. I'm good.
Yeah, I started Breaking Dawn, and the way it was going, it was almost like somebody totally different wrote that book, and I was like, I'm done. Don't care about it, and I put it down. I still haven't read it. I'm boycotting it. It's downstairs in my basement, sitting with its pretty cover, but I'm still boycotting it. I'll get to it eventually. I know I will. But anyways, guys, that was our Top 5 Wednesday. What is your top 5 books that made you cry? Is it similar to ours or is it different? And if it's really, really good, let us know and we'll probably check it out.
Yep.
So we'll see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.